Hey everyone, this is Ari Shapiro, Ashley and Aaliyah. Welcome to the Mole 15 Danger to the Dynasty Clues video. This season, the players had unprecedented success in finding clues, but there remain many more to be found, so let's go. Okay, we'll start with Fibonacci. The Mole Taylor's username is Fibby1123, a reference to the Fibonacci number sequence. In Mission 8, many of the baskets contain money. When you put the money numbers together, the thousands digits of all the numbers lined up create the exact 7 opening numbers of the Fibonacci number sequence, 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. Also, all of the other digits in the amounts, not to mention the mission number 8, are also Fibonacci numbers. The final mission amount, which could be calculated as soon as episode 11, was 144k, a Fibonacci number. Well, aside from numbers, there were letters, which were also clues. 4 of the missions had alliterative titles, that is, words beginning with the same letter. There was PP, QQ, RR, and SS. Following the pattern, the next in line would be TT, standing for Taylor Tomlinson. The first message screen of every execution video also bore the letters TT at the start of consecutive lines. Take a look for yourself. Numbers, letters, how about colors? There are 2 colors associated with the mole this season. The first being orange because Taylor was born in Orange County, California. At dinner 2, I used the word orange in my example when explaining the dinner rule, even though it could have been any other countable noun. The other color to note is gold, a reference to the golden ratio which is closely associated with Fibonacci numbers. In the Chinese chess mission, the orange and gold bags both contain rocks rather than money. In the escape room mission, Kristen's prize for the secret task was to get to buy a special golden exemption which cannot be neutralized. This was the first time that such a prize had ever been offered and was a reference to the golden ratio. The colors gold and orange are the 2 title colors in the season's banner image. Now don't forget the banner image was only posted immediately after Ari said in the announcements channel that the game had officially begun. And right off the bat, the title image bore some clues. Aside from the title colors, the Chinese characters for the mole Wójcik were placed overlapping the letter T, which was a hint to Taylor whose name starts with T. There were also Chinese characters meaning danger to the dynasty. The words Wójcik mean danger, but they also more accurately translate to mean crisis. One of Taylor's Netflix shows is called Quarter Life Crisis. Let's go to the clues hidden in major missions. The Choose Your Own Adventure missions had references to another famous Taylor, Taylor Swift. I referenced 4 Taylor Swift album titles, being Fearless, Speak Now, Rhett, and Reputation. See if you can find them. Also, in the options for guessing the 2 protagonists' names, there were a couple of out-of-place English names. These were Faith and Adam. Taylor Tomlinson is known for growing up in a devout Christian household and for starting her stand-up career performing in churches. Faith is a reference to the Christian faith, while Adam is the name of the first man in the Bible. In the escape room mission, each room had pages torn from a book of Chinese idioms. The one in Taylor's room had the season title, Danger to the Dynasty, which isn't an idiom, but was meant to be a clue that the danger to the dynasty was in that very room. There were also other idioms pointing to traitors' behavior, like 吃里扒外, which refers to betraying one's own friends and family, 狼狈为奸, which means conspiring to do evil, and 猪朋狗友, which literally means pig and dog friends or companions who are bad for you. Throughout the mission, there were direct references to all 12 animals of the Chinese zodiac, whether it was the rat hole, the head of the ox, the tiger skin coat, the monkey statues, or the various Chinese idioms, all except the rooster, which is Taylor's zodiac sign. Finally, the actual level in the building of the rooms was level 34. This was never revealed to the players, but if the team had pressed 34 as your first button, the doors would simply have opened on the same floor. 34 is a Fibonacci number. Another one of Taylor's shows is titled What Just Happened. At the end of the electric car mission, I asked the team, what just happened? And in the brand logo mission, the secret task was all about the different punctuation marks at the end of the title prompt. There were 2 question marks and 1 exclamation point, just like in the title of What Just Happened. We move on now to the calligraphy mission. Several Chinese words bore clues. From the top left, the word Feng means to sew and Cai Feng means a tailor of clothes, a homonym of the name Taylor. On the top right is the word Si, and the term Siju means comedy, a reference to Taylor's occupation. Middle row, the word Hong means red, another reference to the Taylor Swift album title. The word Dan means egg, a reference to Taylor's zodiac, the rooster, which comes from an egg. The word Wu means the number 5, a Fibonacci number. And finally, on the bottom row, the words Jia and Li together are how you would say Cali or California in Chinese. Taylor's rep is from California. Also, none of these clues were in set number 4, the set which Taylor started with. and that's because as the mole, Taylor doesn't need any clues. In Taylor's first season, Day of the Dead, she was executed in a stadium, Estadio Caliente in Tijuana, Mexico. This season, in the first execution video, I said, no player is being executed in the stadium, a hint to the fact that Taylor is not a regular player this season. Since we're in executions, there was in fact a clue hidden in the order of the executed players' results throughout the season. If you go to Taylor's official website, you'll see a contact number for bookings. Now, if you reverse the numbers in each segment, you'll get the order in which the executed players' results appeared each round. We start with 0 because that was a non-elimination. Steven was the first to have his results read, and then Matty's 3 players' results after that. Trisha was 6th, Annalie was 9th, Madzia was 4th, Kandi was 4th, Bojan was 8th, Rhett was 4th. Now this one required Rhett to be positioned in the upper half of the screen of the last 2 players, despite being alphabetically later than anyone else in the cast was still vulnerable. And number 3 was Kristen. So that's a lot of clues, but hold on, we're not done just yet. One final set is coming right up. The second mission was called Playing 4D Chess. Taylor's silhouette in the mission immediately prior was silhouette number 4, which by the way is the most unlucky number in Chinese culture because it sounds like the word for death, which is also one of the words in the calligraphy mission. But what you might not have picked up on is that every time the option D was a possible answer for question 4 of the quiz, option D was the answer, and it pertained to Taylor. Here are all the times when the question 4 answer was D. The ones missing are quizzes 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8. Sounds like a pattern? Which clue reveals were the most surprising to you? Let us know in the Viewers Lounge. Bye!